Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's finally that time again. Time for another death battle! And this time we have Hercule Satan from Dragon Ball Z versus Dan Hibiki from Street Fighter. I've been looking forward to this for so long! Well, obviously since they announced Hercule, but you know what I mean. For any of you who know, this is a fight that I've wanted to see. It's on my DeviantArt gallery, so there's that. And also, quick shout out here. Congratulations to Max a Few Trades for a fight, a matchup that was on his top 10 list that is happening. So, yeah. So, what do I know about these characters? Well, you may know that I watch Dragon Ball Z, so I'm obviously quite familiar with Hercule. Dan, not so. I mean, I know who he is, and I've looked up his backstory and everything. So, there's that. I've never really been into like arcade fighting games, mainly because I suck at them, but never mind. But I don't know, I really enjoy learning about the characters, is what I like about them. Anyway. So obviously Hercule, he's the world champ after Goku and all those guys stopped competing in the tournament. And of course we know that he lied about defeating Cell. It wasn't you, you asshole! Sorry about that. So, there's that. And Dan, I know his father was like a martial arts master, and then Sagat showed up. I can't remember the reason why. Then those two fought. His dad kicked Sagat's eye out or something. Yeah. So then Sagat beat him to death right in front of Dan. And this led Dan to pretty much want to avenge his father's death. So he went to be trained by Goken, but then he got expelled because Goken didn't want his teachings to be used for vengeance. And because Dan just sucked. But then he took the little that he learnt from Goken, like the small Hadouken he can do, and some other moves that made his own martial arts style. Yeah. So, there's that. And there are a couple things I might bring up about Hercule as well. Like, he's one of the few Dragon Ball Z characters to not actually die. I'm just wondering if they'll bring that up, because it is kind of funny. And not sure if they'll bring this up, but in a crossover, he actually defeated Goku, Luffy, and I apologize if I mispronounce this name, Toriko. Toriko? Names are hard. Anyway. But, of course, he didn't actually do anything. He was just in the center of the ring cowering. Those three collided and all knocked each other out of the ring. And they were just like, Hercule's still in the ring! He wins! So yeah, I'm not too sure who is going to win this fight. I can see it going either way because Hercule, from what I've seen and heard, he's stronger than Dan. And of course, he's a champion. He's won tournament. At least I assume, right? But anyway. And Dan, I'm not too sure what. As far like the only feat I've really heard about him is that he beat Sagat, but Sagat let him win. And also, Hercule is afraid of people who use ki. Dan uses ki, but also Dan is overconfident. So, there's that. Also, when I was doing my research, I found out that one day Hercule and his master took the piss out of General Tao's ponytail. Big mistake, by the way. And then Tao killed his master. So, There's that. And this is a guy who can shatter your skull using only his tongue. Ugh, poor Blue. Anyway, enough of me talking. Let's just watch this damn fight. Turn this up.
A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come. But some fighters are dumb enough to ignore the legendary Bruce Lee's words. Like
So true.
Hercule Satan, the world martial arts champion. And Dan Hibiki, the Psycho street fighter. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor,
I
and
wonder if they'll
skills
let him
to
have the
find out
jetpack.
who would win a death battle.
Oh, it's in the arena.
The Earth was in danger, the future of mankind threatened by a monster named Cell. All would be lost unless a hero could best him in the ring of champions.
I'd love to see
The hope
Cell
of
in
the
one of
world
these.
lay on the shoulders and afro of one man, Hercule Satan.
And one of the best backhands ever.
We're screwed. Officially, Mr. Satan is the world martial arts champion and chosen savior of humanity. Or so he would have you believe. Hey, if I could lie that well, I'd make everybody think I'm king of the world too. Or even God.
We all know you would do that, Boomstick.
But before he was the hero of the people, Mr. Satan went by Mark. Eager to learn,
Why do I share a name with him?
Young Mark honed his skills in the dojo Satan Castle, which sounds awesome, but sadly no, he was not actually trained by the devil.
Nothing is what
Turns out
it
he
sounds
was
like,
actually
Boomstick.
gifted in
When will you
martial
learn?
arts, mostly due to his strangely good luck. Yeah, like when he won his
Hey,
first
luck will
world
take you very
championship
far.
after his rival got food poisoning. That's not suspicious at all. Victory in hand, Mark took the stage name Mr. Satan in honor of his dojo and to sound better for the cameras. His victories and explosive personality quickly rocketed him to a life of wealth, fame, and luxury.
Good for him.
It almost came to an end when he and his master got drunk and made fun of some random guy's ponytail. Turns out this random guy just so happened to be a superpowered immortal mercenary who then murdered his master.
Oh, that.
Remember, kids, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words should never be used against a tree-surfing murderer.
No, do not piss off Tao.
Mr. Satan
Unless you're
swore
Goku.
he would never fight anyone whose identity was a secret
Or
or
just the
who
Z-File.
seemed out of his league. Seemed to forget about that when Cell showed up. Anyway,
That's
somewhere
true.
along the line, Mr. Satan married a lady named Miguel, and after a round or two in the ovarian ring, had a daughter. Oh, and then his wife died. Wow.
Aw.
Boomstick shows some tact. Despite his grief, Mr. Satan never let his loss interrupt his lifestyle. He filled the hole in his life the only way he knew how, with more martial arts. He mastered techniques like his dynamite kick and megaton punch, which sounds like they would make you explode or something epic like that, but they're actually just regular kicks and punches. He really only named them so he could scream awesome words while fighting. Hey, this is
I love
anime
that
after
scene
all.
so much.
I feel more than a little underwhelmed by this guy right now. Well,
You're not
Mr.
the only
Satan's
one.
techniques were enough for him to legitimately win the 24th World Martial Arts Tournament, becoming the champion of the world and chosen savior to battle Cell. But we already know how that went.
I love they showed
I
it
could watch
twice.
that over and over. In fact... Get away from me, bitch. Mr. Satan actively avoids fighting those who clearly outclass him, mostly to save his own reputation. The first time he saw people flying and shooting beams from their hands, he thought it was a bunch of cheap tricks and pyrotechnics. Even after seeing the most epic Kamehameha beam struggle of all
I love
time,
that fight so
he
much.
still denied everything. It's a trick. It's all a trick, I swear.
Oh, shut up, Hercule.
I will. I can't believe that you're still saying that. But just in case he finds himself in over his head, Mr. Satan is packing an assortment of capsules containing jetpacks, disguised explosives,
Oh, he will have the
and
jetpack,
even
okay.
missile launchers. Man, if those existed in real life, it would be a TSA nightmare. If there's anything he's good at, it's public performance. He often weasels his way out of dangerous scenarios with lame excuses like faking stomach aches, and somehow the entire world buys his crap every single time. I
Yeah.
get it! For years, I've been trying to perfect a variation of the megaton punch that uses latent energy to cause a delayed reaction to catch my opponent off guard. When in doubt, work the crowd. I love all of you. Who are you talking to? Every single one of you. Like and subscribe! Mr. Satan is a master of deception, an excellent actor, and a complete fraud. Still, he is strong enough to rip 3 phone books in half and pull 4 buses by himself. And once he actually moved faster than the untrained eye can see, but forgot bullets move fast too. Well, if I have to say something nice about the guy, at least he's not Yamcha. Mr. Satan upwards of 26 times, although only one of them was legitimate. Yeah, the other times he rigged it by having Mr. Boo kick everyone's ass and then lose to him on purpose. Still, it's pretty impressive he managed to befriend one of the most dangerous and untamed monsters in the Dragon Ball universe. Oh, and one time he convinced the whole world's population to stick their hands up in the air and then wave them around like they just don't care, but whatever. Stick that saved the world.
So true, he did save the world, technically.
By 3 things: money, fame, and his daughter, who he seems to prize above all else. He may be a bit of a con artist, but no matter what he's up against, Mr. Satan still finds a way to rise above his fears through his own bravery. Wait, did I just say bravery? I meant thick-headedness and straight-up stupidity.
That sounds right.
Conceptualized in retaliation of SNK's blatant ripoff of Capcom's characters, Dan Hibiki was always meant to be a complete joke. Dan had no natural talent in fighting people, but his father, Go Hibiki, was a martial arts master with his own dojo. One day, Go's dojo was visited by Sagat, an
Thumping while he was doing laundry.
As an advocate of justice, Go refused to be intimidated by the crime lord and stood up to him the only way
Where's the latest red?
By kicking his freaking eye out, then Sagat brutally beat him to death in front of his own son. That should teach you to mess with a 7'4" Muay Thai monster. It didn't. Enraged and
I wouldn't mess with
he would
Sagat.
avenge his father's death. To do so, he sought out a legendary dojo hidden in the wilderness of Japan. This thing is more elusive than child support to my ex.
Seems like the more time we spend here, the more questions arise. Yeah. Like, who the hell's Dad?
Against all odds, Dan found it. He was trained by its master, Goken, the same mentor who taught Ryu and Ken such legendary techniques as the Hadoken and the Shoryuken. Dan began the difficult journey of mastering the use of ki as a weapon of justice. Until Goken expelled him because he just sucked. Well, technically it was because Goken didn't want his training only used for revenge, but let's face it, he knew he was wasting his time. However, Dan's determination for vengeance continued. He took the little he had learned from Goken and ironically combined it with some Muay Thai. This became his very own martial art, the Saikyo Ryu fighting style. Unfortunately, while that sounds awesome, it didn't really work out. Dan's fighting style is, well, it sucks. It's awful. There's absolutely nothing redeemable about it. I mean, he can use special moves like the Koryuken and the Tenkukyaku, which are like the dollar store versions of awesome stuff, like the Shoryuken and Tatsumaki.
It's pronounced Tatsumaki Senpukiyaku with boomstick.
Did he seriously name one of his moves after himself? Yeah, he's pretty full of himself, which is why the Saikyo style's strongest technique is excessive taunting. He can taunt while jumping, somehow increasing his airtime, and by focusing all his energy at once, Dan can perform a taunt so fearsome it will shock and amaze all who witness it just by being the most worthless thing they've ever seen. This is the legendary taunt.
Here I come! What's the problem? Don't underestimate me. I'm awesome! Woohoo! Piece of cake!
Now, Dan can manifest his ki into a fireball projectile called the Godoken. In a way, the Godoken is symbolic of Dan himself. Yeah, it's tiny, pathetic, and doesn't last very long. Despite this, Dan eventually tracked down his father's killer and offered to make his left eye match his right. In turn,
I read about
Scott
this.
politely offered to reunite father and son. The long-awaited clash of fists began, a clash in which Dan was bent on retribution. Oh, shit, he won? Yes. Dan finally achieved the recompense he had sought for so long and trained his entire life for, because Sagat threw the fight in pity. Completely unaware of his
Yep.
luck, and now confident he was one of the strongest in the world, Dan founded his own dojo to unfortunately teach other people his worthless martial arts.
Thanks, Sagat. Not only have you killed this man's father, but you're ruining other kids' lives now, too.
You'll be happy to know that not many students actually enrolled in his class, because he kept forgetting to pay his phone bill and did not include his dojo's address in his commercials.
Classic Dan. By the way, what's up with the pink gi?
Well, it was originally white, but then he accidentally washed it with colors.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, making fun of Dan is fun and all, but
Why is
let's
red?
be honest, he's not a complete pushover. He can take down multiple thugs at once, and even endured a beating from Ryu and Ken simultaneously.
Ooh.
No matter how many times he falls, Dan will always get right back up.
And remember how Goken rejected him because of his thirst for vengeance? That's because Dan can actually tap into the Satsui no Hado, the
Wait,
evil,
what?
deadly energy that transformed Goken's brother Akuma into an island-smashing murderer.
We're not joking here. Once Dan did access his Satsui no Hado to use the dreaded Raging Demon, a move which obliterates the victim's soul.
Damn! If Dan can do it, I can do it! Alright, watch out, Wiz, here it comes!
I thought he Charm
Ah,
was.
shit! I fell on my keys!
But more often than not, Dan's a klutz whose overconfident taunting gets him into trouble. He is his own worst enemy.
But even after crying like a baby from stubbing his toe, Dan doesn't let any of it keep him down for long. After all, who else will carry on the heroic legacy of Go Hibiki? Horyuken!
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
Alright, then.
It's time for a death battle! Let's watch some idiots fight.
I love that last bit from Boomstick. Alright, now to talking about this. They did bring up a lot of stuff about Dan that I did know, but some that I did not know. For instance, that you can tap into Satsui no Hado and use the Sangoku Satsu, aka the Raging Demon. So, I originally thought that Hercule kind of had this fight, despite the fact he's a complete idiot as well, but anyway. But I'm not sure if Dan can use that on him, then he's got it, right? So, Okay. No. Hercule, after becoming champ, he kind of got lazy, I'll admit that. Dan, he's just always sucked. But he can hold his own, I'll give him that. He uses Ki, Hercule's afraid of Ki. Dan is overconfident. Hercule has stuff like bombs and stuff, so... Stuff like bombs and stuff, okay, that's just weird. Yeah, Hercule has bombs, so... You know, I'm just going to be stupidly stubborn and say Hercule is going to win. I don't know why. I'm just gonna go with that. Although part of me kind of wants him to lose just because of what happened in the Cell games. You lying bastard! Sorry. Anyway. Let's do as Boomstick says and watch some idiots fight. Play. Damn ads! God damn the phone! Ah, stupid phone.
For our next round, our beloved savior of mankind, Hercule Satan! And the challenger, the infamous creator of the psychical arts, Dan Hibiki! Woohoo! Here I come!
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Nice moves, Hibachi. How about you ring yourself out? You wish, chump. I hope you're ready for a beating.
Is the winner gonna get disqualified for killing?
A weakling like
stands no chance.
It looks like Mr. Satan wants to end this quickly. Which of his patented finishing moves will he use?
Dynamite King!
What's this? He's avoided the champion's most devastating attack.
I psyched him out. He'll be too terrified to throw a single pull.
Woohoo! Behold the glory of Psycho!
Whoa. Wow.
And now, behold my ultimate attack! Shinko!
No. Is that what I think it is? What do I do?
Just get out of it. Yes, punches of Goku.
I couldn't dive off the arena. Say, I slipped through my sheer muscle mass. Yeah. Holy crap, how long is this gonna take?
As long as they're regular. This might be the funniest death battle ever.
Grueling exercise. These pathetic, phony, cheap tricks won't work on me. Ha!
Astounding! Who knew the secret to countering such an attack was to act like a coward?
Yeah! Wait, what?
Yarr! What's this? Is it just me, or has Mr. Satan illegally smuggled weapons into the arena?
No crap! My backup plans! I can't go out like this! What? I've never seen these before! Obviously, my challenger snuck them into my road to get me disqualified! Can't even face me like a man!
Oh, sweet, a jetpack!
What?
He steals it.
Yeah. Time for the next
finally,
evolution of my martial art! Ultimate Rocket Booster Psychion Doom!
Did you go flying and smash his head?
Well, that's disappointing.
Oh!
Only one more capsule left, but I don't remember what's in it. Gotta think of something fast. This guy's good. I can't track his movements.
Ooh. Why is he moving stuck?
What a spectacle! What could the champ be planning? Oh yeah, I got this.
Full.
Ah, crap.
Ooh. Ouch.
I can't believe it, folks! The match is still on! And Mr. Satan's limitless tenacity has worn down the challenger!
Until he taps into Sasuke no Hado, right?
I tired him out. Me, Mr. Satan. That was my plan all along.
What am I doing? I can't lose to this joker. I have to win! For my father!
Oh god.
Oh, man!
Watch closely. You're about to witness the real deal.
Ooh.
It looks like this is the end!
Yeah! This is over.
What?
Oh, man!
Oh!
Whoa! I've never seen anything like that! He punched him so hard he turned into a jukebox!
What?
See the champ's new technique, the karaoke punch!
I can't make that happen. I need to change my pants.
Hercule Satan!
Now he can disappoint his father in the afterlife.
Hercule
Oh.
Satan and Dan Hibiki may be pretty pathetic in context, but keep in mind, before the Cell Saga, Mr. Satan was actually a legitimate world champion.
Unlike Dan, who only has one confirmed win to
Yeah.
his name, and it was handed to him out of pity.
And Mr.
Yeah,
Satan has
exactly.
proven time and time again that he is stronger than the average athletic man.
He once pulled 4 tour buses, which is nearly 60 tons, and then he punched through one of them. That's a sheet of steel right there. Dan struggles to throw a single guy over his shoulder.
Mr. Satan once broke through a tower of 19 tiles with a single chop, and is the only character in Dragon Ball history to have fought both Cell and Majin Buu
And not die.
Think about that.
Yep.
Dan's key attacks were his ace in the hole, but in true Hibiki fashion, it amounted to nothing but failure. Just like the time he managed to pull off the Raging Demon, only to be stopped by a high school girl's backpack.
Dan's failure with it.
The winner is Hercule Satan.
Well, congratulations, Hercule.
Next time on Death Battle.
Ooh, what is next? No way! Oh! Is it Yang versus someone else, or is it Team Ruby Battle Royale?
I'm sorry to 3D.
That is going to be interesting.
And we are super excited that Yang from Ruby is coming to the next death battle.
Yeah, and this time it's going to be a 3D animated fight by this guy. He's mocapping it as we speak.
He doesn't always dress like this.
Yeah, this
What do you
mocap.
the mocap? This is what I wear every day.
But who is Yang going to be fighting? You can stick to our social media, and we will let you know very soon. Just go find us on Facebook, Official SA, or on Twitter @ScrewAttack.
Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Oh, that's going to be good. Alright, that was probably one of the funniest fights Death Battle has ever done. And they pretty much, well, they proved my point. Like, yeah, Hercule was legitimately world champ. Then, well, you know. So, Hercule won. A character I've known from my childhood actually won this time. So, yay, there's that. But also, I was kind of hoping he'd lose because of what happened in the Cell games. So, I'm fine either way. Anyway, Yang is going to be in the next fight. Oh, I'm really excited for that. Oh, I'm also a tad nervous too. Oh, I can't wait to find out who she's going to fight. I'm rather hoping it's Ruby, Weiss, and Blake. But I don't know, if it's a one-on-one, I'm really interested to hear who it is. Alright, well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment. Oh, wait, before I do this, something else I have to talk about. Right now, Screw Attack are doing this thing where they're letting fans vote on a future matchup for Death Battle. And it involves characters, like, well, their characters are Naruto, Luffy, and Ichigo. So if you'd like to see Naruto versus Luffy, or Naruto versus Ichigo, or Luffy versus Ichigo, then there'll be a link in the description of this video. Go there, vote for what matchup you want, and all that good stuff. Right. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, like, comment, and sure, subscribe if you want. And I will see you later. Bye. Oh, Yang's in the next fight.